This week on WDD's HotSpot. Robots can just about do it all these days, so why not add bartending to their growing resumes? MIT researchers have recently showcased how a team of 3 robots can work together in a makeshift bar setting, suggesting that the technology responsible could translate to cooperative robotic systems, not just for the food industry, but also for hospitals and in disaster situations. Researchers at MIT's Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory were trying to find a way for robots to cope with the uncertainties of the human world, and in doing so, came up with a new planning approach aimed at programming the robots to see tasks like humans do. It's like how we can walk to the corner Starbucks without actually focusing on walking to the corner Starbucks. And if you're me, you're actually daydreaming about what you're going to eat for dinner. Applause, laughter. The team describes these as macro actions, the idea being that the robots can be prepared for a general task and its various outcomes without needing someone to hold their hand the whole way. Putting their new approach to the test, the team turned their workshop into a bar. A pair of robots went around to humans in different offices and took their drink orders, while a third robot, the bartender, filled those orders. There were a few, hiccups. For instance, the bartending bot could only accommodate one server robot at a time, and the robots were unable to communicate with each other from far away. However, researchers are now testing out the new planning algorithm on larger search and rescue style problems and say it could inspire cooperative systems on a grander scale.
Do you want to order a drink?
I'm sure as you watch this video, you may be doing 3 other things, like checking your email, text messages, Twitter feed, chatting with a coworker, anything. And though you think you're multitasking, your brain is actually just switching between tasks, which means you're probably not really doing any of them very well. Computer scientists from Tufts University are developing a system that detects your brainwaves, and if your mind is busy, the software can quiet the distracting beeping of your devices so you can actually concentrate on one thing that you're doing. The project, called Phylter, does just what it sounds like it would do. It uses functional near-infrared spectroscopy, a measurement of how the blood flows into the brain, to filter the external distractions. It works by attaching a monitor to the user's forehead with a band, which shoots beams of light into the brain. The data gathered by this process is analyzed with an algorithm, which tailors the device to each specific user. Then the system knows if you are hard at work or simply just staring into space. Researchers hope to eventually help people weed out distractions in their everyday life, such as John, our video guy, distracting me with his yawns behind the camera. Filter that out of here.
Tesla recently announced that the company will be releasing a limited number of self-driving Model S vehicles to customers beginning on August 15th, before doing a general release of the software in a couple of months. The vehicle's autopilot software will allow the Model S to drive itself on freeways, basically in a combination of adaptive cruise control and lane keeping. Tesla says there is still an expectation that the driver is paying attention to what the car is doing, but the company also implies that the car can drive itself from on-ramp to off-ramp. Though still limited, this marks the first time a consumer vehicle will have the ability to drive itself through a combination of image recognition cameras, radar, and long-range ultrasonics. Tesla has high hopes to lead other autonomous vehicle companies developing self-driving technology, such as Google.
Wallcar is promising to solve your commuting issues with a mobility device that's so small you can carry it in your purse or laptop bag if you men out there aren't into carrying a Merce. Created by Coco Motors, the compact 6-pound 4-wheeled transport is designed to carry passengers as heavy as 265 pounds. Sorry, John. For almost 7.5 miles on a single 3-hour charge. It doesn't come with a steering wheel, as it's maneuvered by the rider, shifting their weight from side to side. To stop, you simply step off the platform. Planted firmly on 4 wheels, the transporter isn't quite ready yet, as it's still in the prototype stage. This fall, however, the creators are turning to Kickstarter to help them finalize the design and make it consumer ready. It's estimated to sell around $800 a pop. That's all for this week's episode. Be sure to check in on Facebook and Twitter and catch past episodes on wirelessdesignmag.com. For the WDD channel, I'm Janine Mooney. Thanks for watching.
Applause, laughter.
Do you want to order a drink?